Well, we're staying with development in Anambra State. Countdown to the governorship election tomorrow as residents are set to exercise their franchise. While some residents are optimistic that tomorrow's election will be seamless and hitch-free, others are heading to the polls with mixed feelings. Correspondent Uche Okoro has more in this report.
Awka, the capital city, is bustling. Residents, traders and motorists hurry to conclude the activities for the day before the restriction of movement begins. Many of them are ready to vote, confident in the integrity of the electoral process.
Sure, I will come out to cast my vote tomorrow because it's my fundamental human right. So that's why we need to come out tomorrow to vote for our preferable candidate for the governorship election.
Well prepared. As you can see, I'm traveling to my village where I will cast my vote. This place is not my voting place. I'm going down to my town, Umuchu, my village, Ebubu, to fulfill the civic responsibility.
Of course, I will vote because it's my right as a good citizen and it's my franchise. I will exercise it. So I will vote. So
what are your expectations?
My expectation is that a good leader who is in the mind of people, who has the good interest of the people should win this election.
Amongst the prospective voters, however, some like 71-year-old Francis Obiekwe are uncertain of what to expect.
I'll come out and vote. I'll come out, but after the voting, let them count the vote the way it's supposed to be. You know, let them count the vote the way it's supposed to be. Because I'm already telling you my age now. Since 1955 to this time, I never get any good result with Nigerian government, with good result.
Some registered voters might boycott the polls. Eze Emmanuel voted in the last two governorship elections, but has decided to sit back at home this time.
Anambra is.
But regardless of their choice, the people are hoping that the exercise would be peaceful.
The people involved in it have already elected the people, the person they seems right that will become the governor of Anambra State. So me coming out to vote is like wasting of my time. So I will stay at home and watch them declare the winner.
INEC registered 88,000 new voters in Anambra State since the governorship election of 2021. Even though that represents an increase of just 4%, stakeholders are hoping that this will translate to higher voter turnout compared to previous years. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Awka.
Uche joins me now for more updates from Awka ahead of the Saturday election in Anambra State. Mixed reactions from those you spoke with, but how did most of the people spend their work-free day today, Uche?
Nefemi, the markets were really very busy. The motor parks were especially busy. The roads were really busy. From my conversations with those who are based in Awka, Anambra State here, they have said that today was the traffic situation today was a bit unprecedented compared to what we can call a normal work day in the state. Everywhere was really busy. It didn't look as if what I saw on the streets of Awka today is what would be a sharp contrast of how election day is going to be. We know that tomorrow is going to be, the capital will almost look like a ghost town. So today, everyone was on the road trying to do last minute shopping. So you heard one of the respondents there saying that he was on his way to his village. And so I also met a lot of persons who were traveling, persons who were leaving school, because where I was standing at that point is just a few kilometers away from Unizik, the tertiary institution here in Anambra State. So a lot of students were using this opportunity to return to their bases, those who do not intend to participate in the election. So indeed, it was a very busy day in Awka. Restriction of movements commences in just a few hours.
Let's talk about security. Over 50,000 personnel deployed for this exercise. Are they in people's faces? Can you see them?
Well, I haven't really, I can't say that they have been in people's faces because they haven't been in mine. But then again, if I haven't been everywhere, right? So I can, speaking from my assessment, I wouldn't say they have been in people's faces. Now, I think it is important to note that maybe the reason why I haven't observed security personnel being in people's faces because the sense of tension that some of us, the palpable fear that some of us felt in the air when we arrived in Anambra in 2017, when we also arrived in Anambra in 2021 for the previous governorship elections, I can tell you that it is quite a different scenario in 2025. That tension, that palpable fear and concern that there will be a massive breakdown of law and order and threat to life, that is not the case in 2025. Perhaps that is the reason why security personnel are not in the faces of the residents. But then again, I also said I haven't been everywhere in Anambra State. But from my assessment, since I arrived at the capital, I haven't seen security personnel in our faces. But one thing is clear, they are definitely on ground. I have seen a number of show of force patrols in the capital city on my way to Anambra State. I also passed a number of checkpoints that were heavily manned, indicating that, something very serious and important is going to happen on Saturday here in the state.
Uche, get some rest now. I can't guarantee you'll get any tomorrow. Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah.